coming all the way back here for this event. Are you happy you did? Was it worth it?
Absolutely. Happy, enthusiastic. It was a lot of fun. Brought back a lot of great memories. Always good to see, the fans, the students, the alums, so many people that love Michigan and sports. And I'm a Detroit area kid, so, I've always loved Michigan, and it was fun to be back tonight.
At one point you said, hey, Beeline, I've got a year of eligibility left. Does this kind of make you yearn for the days of Michigan basketball?
I do. It makes you not want to be a washed-up athlete anymore. I'm like, man, what can I do to be a part of this? I'm seeing practice facilities, weight rooms. I was fortunate enough to be here when they were making the money. Now I see how they spent it.
Fair enough.
She like,
It's
you
true.
mentioned Fab 5 look to these jerseys. Did you know that was happening? Or did you see them for the first time today?
I think we did know. I just remember there were times we stayed in South Quad and we'd go to the end of the hall and we'd all gather and we'd talk about winning the national championship and all of the things that we wanted to do to try to change the game. And the unity was a big part of it. That's why we did everything together. Whether it was went to parties, went to class, whether it was wear ball heads, long shorts, black shoes, black socks. That unity was what we were about, and it was at a time where players were choosing schools to try and go and be the guy. And so for us, it was how can we sacrifice to be a part of something great. And unfortunately for us, it's still something that's being discussed 25 years later.
Made a pretty lofty claim about Zach Irvin out there. What do you see in him that can help him fulfill his potential that you see in him?
He's got to stay healthy. He can shoot the ball, has a quick release. He's not afraid of the moment. He fought some injuries last year, but with him being healthy and spreading the floor, I think he does have the potential to say the things that I said. One of the best three-point shooters in the country, and I expect him to get buckets. I said that to him. I said it before I said it on the microphone, and that's what I expect. He expects it as well.
What do you think of these tighter fitting jerseys?
I think tighter. First thing comes to mind. I like the shorts. I wouldn't necessarily like the tight jersey. I would get a little space in mine if that would be okay. I had a box chest anyway, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to accommodate. And but in all seriousness, it's refreshing for me as a basketball player to see Michigan basketball get attention, to have a level of excitement, because we know when you can pack 115,000 every Saturday, you're a football school. So we fought against that. We took pride in trying to elevate the basketball program, and to see it at this moment, hopefully special things are going to happen.
I got to ask, do you think a little bit of the Harbaugh mania has trickled over to the basketball program?
Of course it does. It takes a guy that eats cereal with water to turn things around and really be a guy that's instrumental in making sure he was going to sleep on recruits' floors, climb in trees if he had to. But, he grew up in this neighborhood. And, again, being a Michigander, I understand the pride that he has in the school and he has in wanting to represent the Wolverines, and I feel the same way.
I see the circumstances between, your relationship with the school and the form coming up and all that stuff, but what does it mean to kind of see that the uniforms are very clearly a nod to part of your era?
It's refreshing. It's a step in the right direction, hopefully. It has a bittersweet feeling, somewhat. It's the you can come visit but you can't stay the night type of thing, which is a little weary, but it's fine, and I think we're making progress toward, hopefully, a reconciliation.
Is that a group thing or individual?
I speak for me. I'm the only person I can speak for. Juwan, Ray, and Jimmy, too. Only people I speak for. I don't think one person should have to apologize for what we accomplished. I mean, if that's what they're waiting for, if that's what he's waiting for, then, that's just semantics. The bottom line is, how about a guy like Coach Fisher? Okay, he won the only national championship in Michigan and coached at 2 other Final Fours, and I don't see his name anywhere. And that's not happening across the country. When I see Coach Cal go back to UMass or go back to Memphis, though they went on probation, he's still adored, he's still appreciated. So As much as we're discussing the Fab Five, I have to allude to Coach Fisher because it does hurt my heart that I don't see his legacy still in this building in any way, shape, or form. That's a travesty.
Have you talked to Ward? I mean, have you and Ward Manuel had any discussions?
We have not. I've never talked to him. He's never reached out to me.